Oh boy, the summer is here, and so is a new weekly. It is hot. I have the AC on. Hopefully it's not too loud. I don't have it on the loudest fan option, but here we are. I would say the main themes I see with this is rolling stuff, toy team stuff, and kind of food stuff, rabbit, locust, farmer crow, but there isn't, and yes, there's a chimpanzee, but there's no corn you can get in the shop. So you don't, I feel like the food team doesn't have a lot of scaling unless you're doing a lot of gelatas and then selling them, and flounders and selling them or something like that. So I don't know how much I love the food team, but you know, let them corn, etc. There isn't a ton of scaling, but there is some, and you know, that's not so bad. There are a couple of new units to me in this one of them being the Sumatran tiger? Sumatran tiger. Actually, is it just that? There might be one other that I'm forgetting, but we'll just be some cliche housewives. Dinner's ready. I'm cooking up some teams. I didn't have any major team ideas come to mind, or 2-card combos rather come to mind, unless you're gonna count like Yeti plus Ammonite or something, but I don't particularly count that. I'm just gonna roll, actually. Just gonna roll. That's okay. Maybe I just should have bought a mouse or whatever, but I feel like we could beat this team. Well, they also got some health, but if my luck goes correctly, we'll get a win out of it. Okay, not bad. There is a bit of sniping, especially if you count. We're gonna have a 4-squad team, I just realized. Forgive new shop pets whenever. This is the only weakness. There isn't much armor except for the white ochre. That's new to me. Croissant, no pill. Pill could do some interesting stuff. Potentially, but there is not a pill, so. There is some regular scaling, T-Rex scaling, axolotl scaling. Mosasaurus moose are mainly it. Don't know if I want this flea. I also don't know how much I want to just buy a Sphinx just to get the toy benefit, but it would give us a pretty big bunyip that we could do some stuff with, to be fair. And then I could just wait on this, I guess. Because I'm not that interested in this. Although, if you magic carpet, I think we're magic carpeting regardless, because we just did 2 levels, but magic carpeting plus this, that would give it a buff, just makes it a 2-1 level 3 ant, but it's not the craziest idea. But I also feel like I want to do the toy team, but maybe that's silly. I don't know. Maybe that's silly. Because we could just stick with the rolls and take this instead. I think I'm gonna do that, so I'm gonna be like this weird half and half situation. Weird half and half situation. Now, a lot has happened in the past week, as tends to be the case. Even not counting political stuff. Oh, we draw. There was the Nintendo DK Bonanza Direct, which was pretty crazy because there was a bunch of... I kind of want both of these, which is why I want to sell this. And toss those back there. Freeze that. Roll, we get benefits. Roll, we get benefits. It's a decent unit. I think I'm gonna keep rolling. Alright, I'll sell you eventually, so I'll buy that and then freeze this. Is it something? There was, like, Pauline is in the game, so that was surprising. To me, at least, as well as a bunch of stuff that they revealed, like DK transforming it into different animals and stuff, and there's a co-op, and there's a sculpting mode for no reason, amiibos that have effects, etc. Kind of cool stuff. Not so cool is that we don't have a toy. That part is, oh, and this oh, it's only temporary. Oh, I did not really realize that. I'm gonna throw that on you. I think we have to do this just to get a toy. Just so that we have something. I will take a 5/5 of that. That seems good. Wait. Give new shop pets. So freezing doesn't carry over in the same way. Alright, that's just a cheaper one of these. I'll still buy this next turn anyway. Is the 4/7 worth it? Yeah, it's actually probably worth it. And then do that, hold off on this. I suppose you can't lollipop croissant stuff, so there is that. That's not so bad. Do I want that up here, though? I might want that here. And just guarantee the Dumbo. I think that's not crazy. It makes the order look a little weird, but I don't think it's crazy. I've never really used the Ouroboros guy before, so it's kind of neat, too. Kind of neat, too. Well, I would say that worked. Although the dog didn't die, but that's, you know, have your cake and eat it too type of thing there. Can't get too mad on that. Alright, put this on you. Right, because that's only one turn. But hey, it was good while it was there. Is it time to bring in a random flea? Probably not. Probably not. We still can do rolling, we still can do toys, though we're probably leaning towards rolling, given we didn't get a squirrel, and we do have this Dumbo with some stuff on it. I'm kind of debating the flea, but I think I'm going to roll and just... Okay, I don't care about that. Okay. Not really what I'm looking for. Not really what I'm looking for. Alright, that gets me to potentially a level. Man, these are big units now, huh? It's a pretty big unit. This is gonna get a lot of health, but... It's unfortunate you can't freeze him. I guess that would probably be too OP though, huh? Alright, we get a level though. We get a level and we get one of these. I'll take it. I'll take it. The, what else happened? Gaming-wise. There, we won. There is the Magic the Gathering Pro Tour that happened and or is happening this weekend. That's kind of neat, I guess. But let's get this level. Let's get that bread. Okay! Interesting. I like this for the scaling, and we get free stuff with this. But this also just does give us more rolls. Which is interesting. I think I'm selling that regardless. The greed, quote unquote, in me wants to take the axolotl. But we are going to be rolling a lot, and getting money back would be good for that. Could have been a team where you get the meerkat guy maybe a little bit, but... I mean, we're gonna be getting some lower costed perks basically every time. So I kind of like this, even though maybe it's not the best thing to do, perhaps. Oh, wait, I got, guess I'm just gonna buy this. Certainly a downgrade to the team a bit, but I think the team might be okay. Okay, Croc, you're gonna shoot the last guy. We spawn a little bunny rabbit back there. I think we'll be okay to draw. And because in this case, we got a teeny bit of stats out of it, so it was worth it in that way. Now, I don't really want to feed a bunch of things to these, because these are probably the ones on their way out. Compared to the others here. I love this. I mean, this is just going to be better than this, straight up, so it's just worth it. Could lobster and move that out as well. I don't think that would be crazy to do. I think I'm just gonna do this for another roll. Well, I bought the wrong thing. That's unfortunate. That's not what I was trying to buy. Oh, wait. I guess I'll do this just to try it. The scaling on it doesn't really make so much sense, but... Alright, the 10-10 will work better there. They have a turtle. And they have the toy, that's just gonna be enough. Even with the lemon. Even with the lemon. Eat 2 foods. I should have unfroze that. We got the Mosasaurus before we got the others. The roll team does lack the scaling, which is something I mentioned. Which is part of why I went for this guy earlier, but... Unfreeze shop and give one random friend health. I guess. It's something. Okay. Sure. And then... Sure. Or wait, I'm gonna get a discounted thing. No, I'm not. I need 3 rolls for a discounted thing. But we also want rolls for... that's a bummer. See you later, skeleton. Oh, the axolotl too. Oh, and it's gonna... Is it gonna unlock that too? Alright, maybe the moose doesn't make sense here. Maybe the moose doesn't make so much sense. You know what? You know what also didn't make any damn sense? Was that... I got a comment on one of my very old videos. Super Smash Bros. 64 One Life Very Hard with Link Part 1. And you may be wondering, well, why is it Part 1? That's weird. Well, because it was on old YouTube. It was when you couldn't upload videos longer than 10 minutes. So it was a Part 1, Part 2 situation. And there was and this old comment said, "What about the rest of the vid?" question mark. And you know, those are the kind of moments where you're just wondering how, like, anybody like gets anything done, and like how the world even functions. Because not only does the title of the video say Part 1, so clearly there's a Part 2 on the channel. There's link in the description that immediately is Part 2, and this part I'm actually not 100% on. I assume, question mark, that the, you know, the last few seconds where it'll like show you some other things probably will show you Part 2, or might also show you oh, nice cucumber. I'm not really thinking about this skeleton dog so much. I'm also not attached to this eagle so much, so I'm just gonna throw this on you, even though it gives us one less roll. Okay. Maybe I should have gone with the, there was another rolling unit that I skipped over, and I considered going with the eagle for it, but... because that hasn't been doing so much. Ooh, draw. But yeah, that was one of those moments where like, how does anyone function? Okay, give 2 tier 5 friends or higher stats. Yeah, I think that's just probably get rid of you status. Throw me one of these. Give the frontmost friend stats. I'll do that. We got a lot of health left. Oh, the game is thinking. Hold on. Hold on. You have a link to a blog featuring discussion earlier. You went down the rabbit hole. Connection closed unexpectedly. Return the menu. There we go. Okay, so we need to mushroom this. Great. Buy this. Sure. Do this. And we'll get a little bit of health. Now this looks like it could maybe do some stuff. This team looks like it could get there. It's not really a rolling team anymore, but it is a team. Hey, we lived that one thing. Close, close. And the eagle is only gonna get bigger. Although, I guess the eagle doesn't really work in the front slot, huh? So you probably want to do this. Probably want to do that. That makes more sense. Yeah, that makes a little more sense. Okay. Soft ice does not do what we want. Considering the lollipop for the moose situation, but... Start of turn. Yeah, okay. Do that. Surely do that. I'm not going level 3 on that. Give to one pet 5 lowest stat. I guess the T-Rex level is probably the most useful here. It's unfortunate that that's there, but and then I'll give this to the eagle. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. And then, yeah, this will get +6/+6, sure. It's a weird team a little bit. Kind of does like a bunch of different random things. But it's got a lot of stats, so... What the heck did that... Oh, it crackened. It crackened, but it ain't gonna be enough. Granted, we have a ways to go. Nice. Also nice. Okay. Roll. I was debating. Freeze, freeze. Remove the frontmost enemy perk once before attack. Nah. I don't know what I'm looking for, but it's not these. Okay, that's something I could be looking for. Toss that on you. Get the level. It's okay, we already got the level 2 T-Rex. This team, I think, is gonna be going pretty good. Whoa, they've been toying it up for a while. How do you got how do you got that much stats, actually? How'd you do that? Wow, draw. I thought for sure we were losing. I didn't see the squirrel, so I'm surprised they had that much going, but maybe it, I guess I'll just take this. We're not level 3 in. Alright, so here we... Whoa, what's this? Transform into an exact copy of a random enemy once. On before attack. It's funny because I feel like I have a lot of good things, but I'll do it. I'll do it like this. Egg. That. Who knows? Maybe it ends up being useful. We'll get 1 health out of that. There was another trailer for the Naked Gun movie, which I thought was great. Ouch. Oh, we win anyway, though. We win anyway, though. I miss that style of old dumb humor from like a Naked Gun type of movie where it's like, take a seat, and then the person picks up the seat and walks out of the room. Oh, thanks. Like we need more of that. I love that. That's great. All right, I'm just gonna throw this on you. And 1 more roll, and we can buy 2 things. So freeze this one, discount, and it's 2 of them. 10 damage or ailment twice. 7 damage. I mean, I guess this is better than that, right? Am I crazy? And then, sure, we'll do this too. You're actually better than that. So this goes back here. This could take a croc shot and potentially heal itself a bit. I would definitely lollipop the axolotl, I think, if I saw it. Okay, hold on. Wait, I durianed it, and then it died when it fought me? Is that what happened? I think that is what happened. I think that's what happened. Nice. Doesn't really make sense to try to level 3 moose, and I imagine I have the achievement, so I'm not going to waste money on that. I will waste money on trying to get a level 2 one of these, though. That is worth it. I did mention this already. Granted, maybe that's greedy. And then we just have to roll. Ooh, a cheese, huh? I'll cheese this. Sure. Didn't hit the axolotl, that's okay. Okay, the one problem here is if there is the death touch going on, so... The death touch via the toy. Ooh, no. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's unlucky. A little unlucky they got the double. Or rather that this didn't get the thing. Anyway, that's fine. We're fine. We're fine. We don't want that anyway. We're fine. Okay, stew. Take the discounted stew. I guess we just go again. I don't know. I feel like there was maybe a thing I missed somewhere along the way there, but this does more damage at least once, so I think I like that there. You kind of have to keep the mushroom on the eagle. This is almost full lemon. Do I want to lemon or not? It does give stats. It's only a slight downgrade compared to that. So then roll for more tier 1s. There's one of them. Alright, 50-50 up front. I'm just worried about the coconut from the mongoose toy or whatever. Alright, they did not have it. They do have a masa, though. Okay, that doesn't matter. I think we got this. Yeah, we got it because of that. Nice. One more to go. From this fellow, the mongoose. The mongoose. Okay. Yggdrasil fruit. I'll put that on you, because we are looking to potentially overwrite that anyway. We're looking to potentially overwrite that anyway. I think it's fine. We definitely could have had a level 3 T-Rex by now. I don't know if we could have had a level 3 axolotl by now, but... Ooh, a pepper? That's probably better than... this? Maybe? Although there are the snipes, so if it's in the back, it's not as good, but... whatever. We're fine. We're fine. We're rolling, it's gonna undo those anyway, so we roll for more tier 1s. Maybe it's not as good because, yeah, everything's gonna have almost 50 health. Maybe I should have put it on the moose to give a little more health then. Okay, that's a pretty big team you got there. We got rid of some ochre. We are gonna win though. We are gonna win. 10 win on the first run, not too shabby. Also not really a specific pathed team either. Just kind of was doing a bit of stuff, getting some benefits along the way. Big surprise, Moose and T-Rex are good. But hey, I'll take the win. Was that the first run? That took a long time. That's my bad. My bad. I gotta move along here. We might be some underwhelming millionaires. Zoomers in 2040, when a millionaire doesn't even, like, mean much of anything anymore. Speaking of, let's talk about Iran. I'm kidding. I don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that. We all know what's happening. We all have eyeballs, hopefully. I don't care so much for the Weevil, but I also want to buy the things, so I'm just gonna buy the thing. But something that actually happened is that I got a game key from a dev again, so that's pretty cool. It was for the game Sling-A-Thing, which was a demo that I did on stream a while back. I'm not allowed to actually stream it or upload a video about it until the 26th, so I just haven't played it yet, because I figure I would probably play it on stream first if I were to do anything. Now, Pangolin is cool, but we don't have a toy, so that kind of hurts me a little bit. As well as the sea turtle is not a bad tier 2, but we do need a toy, and we did not get one. We basically needed the monkey or the sphinx, right? Or the toad and then sell it, but... So I think I'm gonna roll more, because we really want a toy, and we do love a Dumbo. We do love a Dumbo. Okay, alright, we'll combine ants. Get the monkey, sell the monkey, get the Dumbo? Something like that. Okay. 2 of those trade, then 2-shot, then win. Wow. The non-useful paint. I think it's just a look at me thing for the president, which is horrifying. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Something, something, the big beautiful bill, whatever. Something, something, etc. so forth. Distractions and whatnot. Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. I'm just gonna keep rolling for level purposes. There's one. A broccoli? I guess I could spend this now. On what? I mean, there are croissants, I guess. It is a little psycho to have the 2-8 at the back, but... you know, that's fine. I did mention I put in the AC today, but I spent the time to clean the AC earlier in the week, and by that I mean like 2 days ago. I took it out and unscrewed it. I was doing some real handyman, not really handyman, but like, you know, I don't know, maybe that's handyman. Unscrewing parts of it to then take the shell off, to then spray down and clean some aspects to hopefully, you know, not have things smell. Of course, you gotta clean the filter as well. The very simple filter, but a filter is the filter. Keep this so that we have a toy for next turn, but I'm not loving much of what's here. I guess you could take the flea if you want. There are going to be, you know, a flea's not crazy. There are going to be a lot of... Although the white ochres block ailment, which makes the flea a lot worse, but... Is it mounted in a window unit? It is a window unit. You gotta carry it in, and then you gotta put it in, and you gotta make sure the window closes on it. If it falls out of the window, it's gonna fucking create a dent in the ground. Although the one I have actually isn't that heavy, but it's funnier to picture it that way. Dumbo octopus. We could just take a dog. Could just take a dog. I guess the fish you'd rather get rid of and keep the ant. And then that way you can do this. Roll once. Alright, we don't have a use for the pineapple. Yes, if we took the drop bear, but I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna ignore the pineapple. Yes. The next turn, maybe sell the ant? Although I should have put the Weavile up further up, because I don't want the Weavile to get the stats, but... Well, it looks like it's not going to anyway. Okay. Use. This is a good toy to have anyway. We also have the flying squirrel, so that's actually pretty big. Let's take this. Up front? Probably? Right now? Thing is, it'll keep that forever. Which is fine, I believe. Then take the squirrel, move this here, because we'd rather these get the max stats. You had a roll-around unit before you got a central system, expensive to run. That makes sense to me, that they would be expensive. I'm not gonna spend 3 on that, I think. I think I want to roll, because we have multiple 3s. Those are some of them. Granted, I'm not as interested in... I should have froze the croissant maybe too. I'm not as interested in the pangolin as I am in the squirrel and whatnot, but if we could do a toy team here, this is a good start to it. This is certainly a good start to it. That 6-6 is going to do some work. The weakness got them there, but hey, I got a permanent stat off of it. So there is that. Question is, how much do I care about this Weavile getting a level? Would have loved a roll that gave us a level there. It would have been amazing. I'm gonna roll one more here, I think. The music has stopped? Nope, that's the wrong page. The music... This song has just stopped. Alright, weird Mega Man song. 3 attack, 1 health. Or 3 health, 1 movement attack. I guess it has the croissant. Weird order because that Weavile needs to go, but we didn't have anything good to buy in there unless I just put in the second dog, I suppose. Hey, you know what? It traded, so it still did its job. Early Eagle. Alright, Early Eagle does get the job done. Fair enough. Rebuy the toy. Yes. So this is... It's funny, you probably would rather give this here, but that's okay. This here, level. We do like the eagle. I think we're getting rid of this regardless. And then we're doing this regardless and selling it and then buying one of these. I mean, we could get 2 levels, which is pretty juicy. That's where my brain is going right now, is we could get 2 levels out of this or an early eagle. Obviously the early eagle is good. Obviously the early eagle is good here. But 2 levels, especially when we can get some discounted food, is also of interest. I'm gonna try this. I think it's greedy. I think it's a bit greedy, but I'm gonna give it a shot. The window unit was when you lived in a 2-story. It was downstairs, so it pushed the heat upstairs. Ooh. That's not good. That's not good. Hold on. Oh, 4 HP. If it had the 1 more HP to live that ant hit, then I think we would have traded in the end there. Do I have a pangolin level 3? I have done a level 3, but not an achievement. However... I don't want to give it 2 cotton candies, although the cotton candies are good. I think I'm just basically gonna roll until discount. Oh, Jesus. I don't think that works. Transform one pet into another one of the same tier. Maybe I transform it after. Let's try it. Let's do this. The backmost friends. I think I want these 2. Not that one. This. Okay, that's awesome. Well, that's some interesting stuff too, because these are both role related. You could just take these, but then you're not exactly doing the toy thing. So you would what? Get rid of the... I mean, I guess we could get rid of the well, but you want the octopus for that. I guess regardless, I'm not doing any of them this turn, but it is interesting. I don't think I'm taking the tiger either way. It feels bad to try to sell the dog if I had just gotten, you know, the it to level 2. But it's only plus 1/1, whereas if I had this and then just get a tier 6 or something. But these 2 are here. I guess the other thing is that you just don't get stats. So I guess if we could do like these 2, get rid of these 2, get rid of this, put a Mosasaurus in or something. Maybe. I'm gonna roll once. I'm gonna see how that. Probably a bad idea, but we'll see. We'll see though. Hard to know for sure. Alright, everyone's health is dead, so that's cool, I guess. Oh! Dang. Okay, he rebuys the thing. I don't know what this does. Okay, I mean, that's cute. It was a waste of money, but it was cute. Sell this for sure. Funny. I guess in a sense I could just turn into a roll team straight up. Get rid of the pangolin, and you just keep these, and then you could even get rid of the squirrel. I think I'm gonna do that. And then roll, although you don't want to transform that one, you want to transform this one. Yeah. Of course, then we roll instantly the 2 toy things that we would want to see. You freaking evil piece of garbage. You know what? It's not that evil, but it is a little annoying. So, we could get the toy started right away by selling the skeleton dog, and then toy, and then hamster, and then get rid of Dumbo for Mosasaurus? It's kind of psycho. It's kind of psycho, but maybe it makes sense. Also, having all this frozen is a little rough. I could also just sell Dumbo, buy Stingray, get the stats thing, sell Stingray, get hamster, and then I have 2 slots. Guess I'm gonna do that. It feels really weird, but... Stats. This. End? A weird one. Very weird move. I don't have a lot of confidence in that move. That did not do enough. Yeah, so I mean, we needed all to happen here. We needed all to go the right way here. Get some money. I mean, if we're doing it, I suppose. I always do that wrong. I always do that wrong. It's kind of annoying that I always do that wrong, huh? Okay. Chocolate. Alright, so that's gonna make a level 2. I probably want to do that. I don't really want to stat the hamster, but I want this to be the thing that transforms, I guess. Well, no, it's okay. I think we're gonna lose, but I don't think the team... Okay, well, that's insane. You've obviously had the thing going for a while there, so no shot we were beating that anyway. Hey, look, a level 2 dog. That's okay. We won the first one. I think we got a little unfortunate that those levels gave us those instead of, if we just saw the Mosasaurus and the other thing, we maybe would have kept the pangolin, and maybe that would have been the right move, but that's alright. It's alright. We got a 10 win. Don't forget that that happened. I know it feels like maybe a while ago, but it happened. There it is. I don't think this means the toy team is bad. I also don't think I also think this isn't like a unusable lineup if you did have this a little earlier or something. Not the level 6s, but maybe the Mosasaurus in this more than anything. But yeah, sure, it was fine. Dumbo Octopus does seem really good early, just as a unit that can help you get anything going, a little bit of value and whatnot along the way. So I have a bias for that, I think, but we'll give it another go, see if maybe we can do a roll team or a toy team, an actual dedicated roll team or a toy team. I feel like you can't just do a dedicated roll team though, because there isn't a ostrich or something like that, you know? But it's alright.